I hope you all had a good weekend. So as we expected, uh, market has given some good positive up moves. Uh, if you see Nifty, we had when we talk about Nifty, I haven't seen a great positive up move so far. But when we see Bank Nifty, it has given a good positive move. In fact, on the opening hours of Friday, we had mentioned that any gap down we would look for longs, and within the first 15 minutes or first hour itself, we saw a very big up move. We had 32,400 and we gained almost about 180 points in the first hour itself. The later of the day, we had a couple of other opportunities. We went, I think we went short, and then we also looked at long. So what are we expecting for Monday when it comes to Bank Nifty, and what are we expecting for Nifty is what we are looking at today. When it comes to Bank Nifty, we see a possible up move. We could even see 33,600 levels as well, provided the market big giants like Reliance, HDFC Bank, ICICI, Kotak supports us. Let's look at open interest in terms of in Bank Nifty and Nifty. Here, if you see in Nifty, there is a huge call option put writers at 15,000, and the next we see at 15,500 and 15,700 and 16,000. I'm on a what? No. So typically the open interest is spread across widely here. It is not at one level. We see 15,300 also looks like a good support, and some resistance at 15,400 and 15,500. Market is still looks Nifty open interest. If you look at it, looks still oversold. So thereby we still looking at mostly long side than going short. The risk to reward on a short trade would be higher. What I mean to say is the risk would be 1, the reward could be just 0.5. Let's look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has good put writing at 32,000, 32,400 and 33,000 is the call writers. The next resistance is only at 33,500. As per the charts as well, we see the market is slightly upward bias when it comes to Bank Nifty. I just would like to bring your attention to Crude. We had shared the charts of Crude earlier as well. I'm sure in most of my videos also I had mentioned about Crude, mostly coming down as per the technicals. When I say technicals, please understand it is no indicators. No indicator can tell you where the market is heading at. It can only tell you when the market starts to move. You take moving average, or you look at RSI. It is only the structure of the market is what we look at, which can give you an idea and you can look at waves and other theories which will help you look at the market. So let's look at US crude oil. If you remember, this is what we had drawn on 6th. We had shared this on around 6th or 7th of June. We mentioned that price can go slide up. Almost it went high almost about 22, 23, and then came down as expected, and then again gave a up move to 23.68, and now on on Friday night it made a low of 108. Our target in crude, if you see, is somewhere at 93 levels. Yeah, these are the levels of crude. So if crude can move down, continue to move down, the pressure on the banks can be lessened, and hopefully our targets of 33,600 is also an easy possibility. Meanwhile, if you want to look at, many of the people look at indicators like MACD. Let's look at MACD. I'm not very comfortable with MACD or any indicators. However, I'm just looking at this just for the sake of convenience. So if you look at MACD, I think there's a crossover we see here at 1 hour charts. Normally, I think you should be looking at the daily, which is not yet crossed. The price, it still looks down. Let's look at ADX, and maybe RSI you can look at. Just for the convenience of others, I'm looking at indicators where I'm not comfortable. It's so if as per the waves, what I look at is that this is how I'm looking at. There is a possibility that price can move up. Okay. Meanwhile, let me share the prior levels when it comes to Nifty. If you look at the open interest, then we see 32,500 is a strong support. So if the price can move on, it may take support at these levels or even before this. The writers here may start covering, and price can move up as well. However, as per my view, we should take support somewhere at 32,700, and then we can start moving up. Please understand, these are not trading calls, they are just views. So if you want any trading calls, most of you might be aware of my Telegram channel. The name of the channel also is ChartSpeak. You can go to Telegram and look at ChartSpeak. I'm sure you will get this. I will anyway share the channel. I will share this in my chat box below. Yes, this is the channel. Please do join this. We also have another group, ChatSpeak Always. which is having around 600 odd subscribers. Okay, this is not shown. So you can, I will share this anyways on the chat. Meanwhile, I would request if you have any queries regarding any stocks or forex or commodities or crypto, please do ask. I will be glad to guide, assist, share my views. Let's look at Reliance, one of the top. Reliance again has given a positive up move on. In fact, my buy was 2,570. I was looking to add. Within the first 5 minutes itself, it did not even give me an opportunity. It went to 2,600 levels. So we are expecting this rally to continue. I am looking to buy Reliance, maybe slightly up at this present level, or I may even expect this to test 2,590 and then up move. We are still bearish, we are still flat, we are not bullish in the market. However, we are seeing some kind of a positive moves for the next 2-3 days. So please be cautious when you're investing. If you're looking for long-term investment or even short-term, please do contact. We do have good advisors. I will also be bringing a wealth manager or a financial advisor who manages huge what you call as PMS or whatever you can call it as, and he manages clients worth about 2 to 5 crores as well. So he will be sharing his views, fundamentals, which will add in value to us because we are looking mostly technicals and slightly on the fundamental side. Let's also look at open interest of Bank Nifty for the end of the month, which will give us a fair idea of what market is thinking. Here again, if you see, there is a huge writing at 33,000. So hopefully market, as we are looking at the charts or expecting on the charts, we would definitely move above 33,000 as per what we have shared in the charts. If you see, this is my target 33,565. So 33,500, there is a call writing. The next is 34,000. So let's see if this view works. So if you're looking to, but I would not suggest to take a monthly option also. Even if you're trading a monthly call option, you can go in with a writing. I mean to say, when you're taking a monthly, possibly if you are buying 33,000 call, then I would suggest you to write or sell 33,500. So that way your risk is lesser. Always understand, no view can be 100% perfect. There is always a 20-30% chance. So no views is 100% perfect. There is always, please look into risk and reward and always trade. If anybody is keen on BTC or investment in cryptos, please do contact. There are wonderful opportunities we see, because if you buy coins, presently the BTC seems to have made it slow. I expect two movements here strongly. One is that BTC can go slightly lower up to 17,000, 14,000, which is just about 2-3,000 points. However, the rally seems to have already started up move, and Binance being one of the big investors or brokers, they also seem to have added coins, BTC. Friends, if you have any queries, I would love to hear from you. Meanwhile, let's look at indices, different various indexes which moved on. If you see, FMCG did not give much of a support on Friday, and it has moved, of course, pretty drastically for the last 1 or 2 days. Maybe there is a shift in the currencies, sorry, a big shift in the indices and the sectoral rotation. I'm looking also at metals. Metals seems to be holding slightly positive. I'm expecting slight up move on this. Now I'm not super bullish in metals. We may see kind of a move, and we may hit 4,840 levels when it comes to metals. So you can look at possibly Hindalco. Of course, Tata Steel is at a very good discounted price. One may start buying. I will share you the levels in Tata Steel as well. This is the charts of Hindalco. There is a possibility that this can be bought for a target of 340, 350 levels. Let's look at Tata Steel, because many are, since it is at 3-digit, many are looking to invest in Tata Steel. I feel that the down move is yet to be completed. We may see kind of a traction upwards to 920, and then we may come to 870 levels, a slight consolidation, and then maybe an up move. So I would suggest to wait for Tata Steel. Of course, you can start adding at these present levels, but then if you see, we are not seeing any positive price patterns. I have a feeling there's a possibility of 870, 880 levels, and then maybe we can look at longs. Let's look at Nifty IT. There has been some positive move. It is trying to take support at 26,422. I think we might get good support at the present prices. So let's wait and see. If we get good support, then one may, if anybody who's looking at long term, and definitely look to add in maybe Wipro, Tech Mahindra, stocks like TCS for long term. Wipro is looking, I have a feeling Wipro is very good to add in at these levels. any down move below 400, I see 370 coming here. So there is also a strong support at 300 levels. So equity investors for long term, do not panic, slowly can start adding at these levels. Most of the times when market is moving up, we start thinking, okay, now is the good time. I should have added at added at 17,300, and when the market goes to 18,000, we feel, oh, I missed it. The moment we start adding at 18,000 levels and it starts coming down, we feel, okay, we should have sold here. So never look for right prices, bottoms. Slowly accumulate, be calm, be patient. Patience is the key in trading. There's a nice saying, market is the place where money gets transferred from the impatient to the patient. How many of you feel this is true? Money is the place where money gets transferred. Market is the place where money gets transferred from the impatient to the patient. I think all of you will agree with me. So be calm, do not panic. The risk to reward at the prices at this C, even if I buy Wipro at 400 and it goes to 370 or 314 as I expect, the loss, yes, is 100. But when you look at the reward, the possibility of the next 6 months to 1 year, the target is somewhere at 650 levels at least. So your risk is just about 70 points, but your reward is almost 3 times. So this is a good time. Always look, this is an opportunity in fact for long-term investors to add. So please add at these levels and don't regret you missed the opportunity. I'm not saying you buy huge. If your capital is just about 1 lakh, then buy when you're planning to buy a share up to 1 lakh, then buy just 20 to 30,000. Maybe 30,000 you invest now. You want to invest in HDFC Bank, you have allotted, what I mean to say is you have allotted, or you plan to allot 1 lakh in HDFC Bank. I hope you are getting. When you are planning to allot 1 lakh in HDFC Bank, then buy 30k now. When there is positive move, you may add the rest 50-60,000. And always understand, buy Never look to buy stock when it is becoming too cheap. I'm using the word cheap because when you feel that I'm getting at a discount at a very cheap price, no. Buy when prices start to move up, not down, because we never know the bottom. It's like trying to catch a falling knife. Never do that. So please keep this in mind. I'm sure you will be successful. We also have trainings. We have a training academy. I have about 4 trainers with me. Most of I start with the basic to make the foundation strong. Always, some people, when I say basic training, they said, I want to do the advanced. Yes, you will definitely do the advanced. But the reason I say I give a basic training is to make your foundation strong. If the foundation is strong, then no earthquake can, yes, of course, earthquake cannot shake much. I won't say it won't fall down. But understand, basic training is important. Our advanced training is for 3 to 6 months, minimum of 6 months, because when I say 6 months because it requires 6 months to understand, practice in live markets. Our training, advanced training, will be on live markets, so that you understand. Here we see price action, volumes, how to identify FI buy mostly, because FIs rule the market. If you are able to identify operators buying or selling, then we can be more successful. So please do join. We will definitely charge some nominal fee, and understand, once you are in the training, we will also be giving you live calls. So whatever you are paying us, you will be earning it back within the next 15 days in our calls. Our calls on a daily basis, you can earn 100 to 200 points in Bank Nifty very easily. Meanwhile, let us look at maybe HDFC Bank and some long-term stocks. HDFC Bank has taken, possibly looks like it has taken support at 1270. A very strong move on the last, I think, half an hour on Friday. Good buying is seen here. I normally tell my investors not to short HDFC Bank, always look for buying. It's a fundamentally strong company. It is there from the last 10-15 years, 12 years. It is as good as a government entity. Fundamentals are very strong. The NTAs of HDFC Bank, I mean to say non-performing assets, is much better than SBI. They're strong in their loans, in the credit. I would say, the credit. I mean to say, when I say strong in credits, they only provide loans to who are confirmed who can pay back. I have personally worked with HDFC Bank, and I worked during the recession 2008. We saw loans which were approved to some of the Satyam customers at around 3 p.m., which were to be disbursed, was stopped because they felt when the company's credentials were at stake, most of the customers would lose jobs, whereas other banks were still approving. Because we are in the bank, we checked with other banks, the other banks were still clearing the I would say they were still approving the loans for and they were also releasing the funds, whereas HDFC Bank stopped all loans to Satyam employees because of the credentials being at stake. So look at always buying HDFC Bank. Now with the merger of HDFC Limited, this is going to be very, very strong. Fundamentally, it is as good as holding a good home in a nice locality, and which will give good returns over a period of time. So look at long-term investment in HDFC Bank. I was also mentioning about Jet Airways. I have a feeling this will sometime slowly take off. Currently trading at 98 levels. My stop loss for this would be at 94, 92 levels. But when you look at the risk and reward, I'm expecting the 120 levels to be coming in shortly. And if you are able to hold this investment, hold this stock for maybe 2-3 years, you can see 3 to 4 times profit or returns coming in this stock. SpiceJet also is trading at its lows. Many stocks are trading at the 52-week low. SpiceJet, again, I would also love to add this stock at present levels. My stop loss for this would be at 36 levels, 36 rupees. In fact, we kept adding at 45. Recently, when it came to 40, we added 42. I think we added 41 or 42. We added. So you may also look at adding this. My target for this is somewhere at 58. And gold, I have a feeling, is consolidating. We may see gold retesting 1820 and then maybe 1000 900 or 920 levels coming in. So good time to invest in gold. This is just a consolidation which seems to be happening in this sector. But definitely there is strong resistance at 1870 levels. Any more, if it is able to sustain above this for some time, then we may see 1980, 2100 in the longer term. So keep this in mind. Stay invested in gold as well. Also look at Hindustan Unilever's. If we are able to get this at 2040, 1900 levels, a very good stock to add in. Currently, I think Hindustan Unilever seems to be heading down. You can probably look to short for a target of 2020. Any up move, I would look to short this for sure. Some of our investors were asking my view on AU Bank. AU Bank seems to be looking upwards. We may see a small test to 600 levels, and then we can look at this 720. So look to add at around 600, and then it can expect target of 700. Ujjivan is another stock which you can look at. Currently seems to be heading down. Maybe you can look at it for entry at 120 levels. Target initial first target would be somewhere at 145 and 180. I have one of our subscribers asking you on Crude. Aftab Khan ji, I have shared my view on Crude. However, let me again open this for you. Crude oil, my view is intact, Aftab ji. My target, I think I had shared as 93 levels. You may see some retest in crude 114 also, but then it will definitely come down to our targets. So look at shorting this. And if you are trading in commodities, please do let us know, because we will share with stop losses. This is a positional view which I am sharing in crude. Our selling levels were somewhere at 120, currently trading at 110 levels. So I hope I have cleared my view on crude. Uh, So I think we should also look at dollar index, USD INR. I was talking to one of our friend. They are into software. They run a software firm in Chennai, pretty close. They always look at opportunities, because the dollar is moving up. It is good for them. So I think because their payments are all from US, they need to convert into Indian rupees. Not much huge volatility seen in USD INR. However, I think one test of maybe 78, and then we may expect this coming to 76 levels. So you can slowly start looking to offload dollar if you're holding, as the price, I feel, will come down slowly eventually. This doesn't happen overnight in 1 week. Okay, I put 2nd of August. No, I'm just giving you chart view. This may take maybe end of December also, but then eventually price, I think, has to cool down, may come down as per the charts. Let's look at Nifty 50 stocks very quickly. Most of them were beaten badly, now has taken a slight positive thing. Look at SBI, most of the people's favorite stock. I think still a slight down move is there pending in SBI. We may see 430 levels in SBI, and then maybe an up move. Eicher Motors, I would request people to stay invested. We may see 2530 in Eicher Motors, or slightly lower. So I think if somebody has bought, you may exit and maybe look for a re-entries at 2500. It seems to be retesting the price down. I would also be releasing a video on how to select stocks for intraday. very effective strategy. If you're keen on, please do let me know. I would have a live program on this shortly. Let's look at Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance has a good support at 5,300 levels. I think one should look to add this at the current levels. Now, of course, you may see slight down move up to 490 as well, but then the reward is definitely high. We can see 7,200 maybe in the next 6 months once market stabilizes in Bajaj. Bajaj Auto also is another stock which you should look at. It has given an opportunity to add in now. I personally love to trade intraday also in this stock. I think Bajaj Auto, my view is, again, there is some down move up to maybe 3,400 levels and then maybe move up. Now I was slightly bullish earlier. Now the price pattern seems to have changed. I said look at IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank also, I think huge selling is seen. I think currently I would stay away from IndusInd Bank. I see a big down move up to 700, currently trading at 800. So, of course, there's an opportunity to, looks like there's an opportunity to short this. In fact, I think we missed an opportunity to short this. Again, if it retests about 850, then I think we should look to short here for a target of 760 and 700 levels. NTPC, I think we should look at adding in this stock. Now it looks pretty weak. There was a flat pattern, but then it did not break the high. It has taken a downtrend. It retested. It has come back to 130 levels. My view here is we can definitely add this stock at the current levels. Now looks pretty weak. I think 134 is a good price to add in for a target of 160 on the long term. However, any move below this, then I see the stock going to 122 levels. So if we are adding this stock at 130, your stop loss should be at 128, because if it moves below this, then I see 123 levels. I think Bharti Airtel was positive slightly at the earlier phase. Now looks to have huge selling pressure. Currently I see a support at 630. Next level of support I see in Bharati Airtel is at 600. So I think one may look to add this at current levels, or even wait for a move up to 600 levels for a target of 720. I'm sharing my views for period mostly for the long term. So we are currently, if you see, June. So if you are buying this, you should be ready to hold this for at least till the end of November, December, or beginning of coming year, because we are still in a slightly bearish phase. So but of course, when any positive relief in the market, we can definitely see all this targets hitting in shortly. I also wanted to show you one stock which I was bullish, which is in the Nifty 500, which I think it is Sharda Crop, I think. Yes, Sharda Corp is looking good. One may, if it is sustaining above 600, and I would look to buy, else I would look to sell this for a target of 540 levels. Let's hope it sustains above 600 and continues its up move to 780. I had also, I think, shared my view to add some time back. I had shared my view on HAL, and I was mentioning that this stock is being bought by FIs. If you see, this has been strongly up moves. One may even look at Asahi Song, Sun TV, Sun TV network is also looking good for the positive up move. Have a look at this stock on Monday. A strong rally upwards, if you see, on the last week. Look at Sun Pharma for the long term. Rajesh Expo is another stock I think we should not miss to add this. The pattern is not very clear. For long-term perspective, this can again hit 800-900 levels. So one should look to add this stock. Or else, I think 500 level is good for entry in this stock. So don't miss this opportunity. We'll also look at Adani Group stocks. Adani Group stocks seems to have, Adani Enterprises seems to be at good entry levels. Hopefully, if it is able to sustain the current levels, we may see a rally again towards 2400. Now I'm not super bullish at the moment, but I am definitely seeing some positive up move in this stock coming in shortly. Thank you viewers for being with us till now. Adani Green, Adani Ingrew. I would also request viewers to look to add Canara Bank. So looking at long-term perspective. Jubilant Ingrew. Sorry, Jubilant Pharma. Jubilant Pharma, I think we should look to add. Currently trading at 330 levels. This definitely should give in good positive up move. Look to add this stock at maybe 300, 230, 290 or 300 levels, and look to hold this for a very long-term perspective. Viewers, meanwhile, if you have any stock in mind, you may even look at Polycab, currently trading at 2130. This again is a good stock to hold, but has been beaten down recently. I would look to add this if it comes to 1990 levels for a target of 2800, which is the lifetime high. Give me a second. I'm just looking at my WhatsApp, but I had listed down some stocks for intraday or for the coming Monday. In the coming week, stocks, I think we should look at Somai Ceramics, we may see this stock moving up. Possibly you can look at adding this for intraday or short term for a target of 640. Also look at Arihant. Arihant Superstructure. This also looks to have some positive up move. Look at intraday and short term for a target of 160, 170. Look at Sumit Securities. Possible up move of up to 680 levels, and look at Tatva, Pharma. If it is sustaining about the present 2240, then I think we can easily see 2500, 2580 level coming in this. Look at Deep Industries. look to add this at current levels for a target of 260. Stocks possibly for intraday. Union Bank also is good at the present prices. One may look to add this at the current levels. I see a strong possibility of this moving up to 42 levels. May even look at Universal Cables. One may even look at Motilal Oswal. For short term and intraday. So thank you viewers for your time and patience. I still see a lot of people listening to our views. Good luck for Monday. Thank you for your time. Please do join my Telegram channel. I am sharing this right now because I keep talking. I'll share the Telegram, but then I think I keep missing it. This is a Telegram channel, and if you want to contact me personally or our team, you may WhatsApp us on the number which you have mentioned, or our colleague we have shared both our contacts on the Telegram. You may even contact us on WhatsApp on the below mentioned numbers. Thank you for your time. Good luck for tomorrow. It's pretty late. I think have a good sleep. Take care of your